because I've been working all day. Doesn't matter. Anyway, got another refrigerator situation. Turn the camera around so you guys can see it. I just bought this refrigerator. The big homies just brought it to me. This is a very, very, very nice LG bottom freezer, French door or 3-door. So let's go over what I do first when I get these refrigerators. First thing I do is check the outside, see if there's dents. This one has dents on the bottom door. Uh, Not too uncommon to see that. Also, I see if the mechanics work right after I get done looking at the dents. Doesn't have a lot of dents on the top door one here. I plug it in. Uh, Before I even plug it in, I actually look on the inside because I'm looking for cracks, broken glass. Usually I don't get any broken glass. The dirt doesn't bother me that much. This is not really filthy. But things like this matter. So I will, looking at the other side here, looking at this, customer is going to see that and be like, they'll try to bring you down on the price because of this. Now, I wish I had this piece because I can just go ahead and super glue that together. They wouldn't even known. But when that piece broke off, they took it and ditched it. So I'm kind of left like this. Now what I can do is go ahead and super glue this so it doesn't move and then kind of fill this in with something and paint over it. So it's going to need a little construction. This also is hard to clean. This under here because it's because of the way it's made. The screws are up under there. So when yeah, that's because it's on. But I also want to make sure that this works. So it hasn't even been plugged in for 24 hours, and this is already cool. Now this is a bottom freezer, which means, see, this is already freezing up. It's already cool air. So I know that it works, but I like to see both elements working good. Listen to your fans. You hear it blowing down there? Nice. You hear it blowing? So you want to listen to all that. You know, I don't need to listen for the compressor or to listen to the fan in the back where the compressor is because I know the compressor is working, it has Freon because it's cooling, it's doing its job. So that's the hard part. Is it doing its job? The answer is yes. So the cosmetic part. So you want to look here. Customer will see the dirt that's in here. This, believe it or not, this is hard. This makes a difference. I know. This makes a difference. So you have to think like the customer. Would I buy this? How much would I buy it for? So you have your different settings here. That's awesome. That you can show off. Boom, 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 boom. This works. I've never seen that before, but it works. That's a good part. But you have a big problem right here. It's a big, 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 big problem. Because even though your refrigerator is working, even though it's doing exactly what it's supposed to do, the customer will shy away for a rust spot if they think a fridge is too dirty. So they'll shy away. They will not buy it. It's happened to me today, actually. You know, customers like, nope. I don't like that little, and then try to talk you down like $150 because of some little, and you're like, no, I'm not going for that. So cosmetics matter. So the water and dirt has got in through here through the plastic and down into here, and that's where the stain is coming from. Your job is to find out how to clean this. Now there's two things you can do. There's three. One, leave it as it is. See what the customer thinks. You don't want to do that. You do not want to show dirt if you don't have to. Two, you can spray paint it. Spray paint this whole thing right here. Problem is, you're going to spray over this right here, and you're not going to be able to show off that little thing, meat, deli, produce. So you're not going to be able to show that off. Three, figure out a way to take this plastic piece off. Now, in order to take that plastic piece off, is a good chance you're going to have to take this whole thing out. So you have to unscrew here. Here's some screws here and here. You're gonna have to take, well, you probably won't have to unscrew here. Probably leave those in. But this whole thing might have to be removed. This whole drawer is gonna have to come out just to get to this. And this can mean the difference between 150 bucks. Just the way this looks. $150 right there. So is it worth your time or not? You know, that's the way you have to think. Is it worth my time doing that? Everything else in here is fairly clean. Just takes a wipe down, boom. But that right there is a deal breaker, trust me. But like I said, you can spray paint over it and say, you know what, screw it. You know, out of sight, out of mind. So here is for your ice. People are really crazy about the ice maker and all the stuff it does and how all this works. I don't know how all this works. These right here are cracked sometimes, so they're good. You don't have no cracks over here, on here at all, or on here. Tells you it's a gallon storage bin, so it's letting you know your milk and water and stuff like that. There's no cracks here. It's fully functional, so that's a good thing. And yeah, so this is going to be my biggest challenge, and I have to figure out how it goes. So it's a good chance I got to get rid of this drawer to... Oh, boy. That did not help at all. That's very flimsy. So I got to get in here. And you can see where the wear and tear on this thing has just been phenomenal. Just that one drawer. Look at the crack right here too. So this stuff needs this needs some super glue and all that good stuff, because if you take this out, or if a customer takes it out and sees it, they're gonna say no. I'm telling you now. It's not gonna be a matter of if. It's just gonna be a matter of when. And mouth sauce. Mouth sauce goes there. Garbage. They're gonna look at this and they're gonna be like, absolutely not. But this is not that terrible. I've seen worse. But so yeah, these screws here have to come out. That's going to, and these screws here, boom, they have to come out. That's gonna release the holding some kind of way. Yeah, that's gonna let this come out, and this whole thing is gonna have to come out. This whole thing this is sitting on, this whole apparatus has to come out in order just to clean. This is just to clean, but it's your money. So yeah, this whole thing has to come out, and then you have to flip this over, and it has screws on the bottom of it. See your screws right here? Boom, 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 boom. Those screws have to come out. So this just lets you know what's involved in just doing a good job for the customer. Being look, somebody tried to tape this. You have to come in. I mean, nobody's going to take this out, so you can actually super glue this in here because it's flimsy. It's flimsy. But this right here, you can just cut a piece of plastic and kind of, smooth this out and just work your magic. But if you don't do it, they're going to knock your prices down to something ridiculous, and you're going to be upset because you're going to be sitting on product. Because every time somebody sees this, just the little things, they're gonna be like, "Nah, I don't want it." It's just a hassle. Anyway, it's your boy Tone 202, me and my fridges.